Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. Very, very quickly, I'm going to go over 7 very important steps that you must have if you're going to prospect and build a business online, whether it's an affiliate marketing business, an MLM business, or an MLM that's not an MLM business. There's these seven steps that every business owner, if you're going to build a business online, it's very, very important that you have and that you do on the regular every single month. So I'm going to go through these here really quick. Let me pull my notes up here so I can keep track. I thought I had them set. I've got way too many windows open. Let me grab this one really quick, bring this over here, minimize this down so we can take a look at this. Scoot this over like this, bring me up to the front. And let's see if I can roll it up there, scoot me over there. There we go, there we go, there we go. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist. I love helping small business owners, entrepreneurs succeed online through social media and building our business and prospecting, all that stuff. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. I'm a coach with the Higdon Marketing Group, which is absolutely awesome. Truly blessed to have that position. I'm on a mission that, like I said, I'm all over the place. Anyway, let's have fun. Let's get right into it. My brain is all over. I think I'm thinking about food, coffee, what I'm doing tomorrow. Got a bunch of coaching clients, so I'm excited. Anyway, so let's jump into this. Messed up that intro, but I'll be okay. The world's not going to come to an end. So don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up, right? So business building steps. And this is one thing I want to share this with you because and it's why listen to Forrest? Why would anybody want to listen to me? One is I'm not an expert by any sense of the means. I just showed up every freaking day and took action. And as a result, built a huge customer base. Just recently, just a couple of days ago, we took a little bit different direction and are working on a project, me and 5 other people, I think it is, 6 other people, and working on a project that seems to be so far producing some pretty cool results. We're going to run that up through the 15th, and we'll see what happens at the end of that. So absolutely. Jan says, what golden boulders are you going to give away today? So golden boulders, basically, it's keep it simple. One of the things I truly know, if you want to fix anything, whether it's your mindset, whether it's results, whether it's anything you got going on, it starts with action. So it's very, very important that you take action. Sitting around thinking about something is never going to get anything done. So action. So that's my pro tip of the night. If you want to get something done, take action. So let's go through these business building tips. Again, this what I'm talking about, and you can throw in warm market or cold market prospecting. I'm primarily a cold market prospector. I build rapport on the fly. One of my favorite tools for building rapport is doing a Facebook Live just like this one. So that's a whole nother training. So let's jump into this here real quick. Building business building steps, if you want to call them that. One is you have to define your niche product or service. What are you really going to focus on? And Shalene Johnson, who just did an Instagram, she's doing an Instagram boot camp right now, really brought this home for me. It's like you really got to get good at one thing, right? One thing, not multiple things, but one thing. So if your company has multiple products, say they have like 450 products, and one of your products is makeup in that product lineup, or maybe it's essential oils or whatever it is. Get really good at that. Learn your craft in that one product and become really good at that. Then you can move out and venture. I thought that was a really cool idea. That's a whole nother training, but that's step 1 is you need to define your niche product or service. Number 2, identify your target avatar for that product or service. Who would be the ideal candidate to use your product or service, right? Number 3, identify the locations where your target audience hangs out. Where do they live online? I had a long conversation with my coaching clients yesterday. How do you find those people? How do you narrow them down so you're fishing in the right hole, right? You need to make sure you're looking in the right place to find these people that you're looking for. Matter of fact, Ray did a really good training on that. Ray Higgin, it's probably on his Facebook page, did that tonight at 8 p.m. Central. I would go check it out. He's talking about generating leads online, and he goes through this process of being able to attract people that you want to bring into your world and generate leads. So reach out and prospect to your target audience. So once you find them, once you know where they live, of course, the obvious next step is to knock on their door and ask them if they're open to your product, service, or opportunity. You're asking them if they're open to taking a look. You're not trying to sell them anything. You're not trying to pitch them anything. You're not sending them a link. You're simply knocking on their door and asking them if they're open to taking a look at your product or service. When you get really good-orific at knocking on people's door and asking them if they're open to take a look, asking them if they're open to take a look, asking them if they're open to take. When you get really good at that, everything else is going to fix itself pretty much. So when you get this mindset to realize that that's what my primary job is as a network marketer, online building and social media. Now there's a lot of other cool stuff that you can do, but primarily that's your primary focus, is asking if somebody's open to taking a look and then giving them the information and let them decide whether or not it's for them, right? Next, so let's say your prospect agrees to do this, agrees to look at your information. Your next step is to begin what I call a presentation funnel, right? And I love that. I just came up with that, invented that the other day. It's my phrase. You guys can use it if you want to. It's a presentation funnel. Basically, the way it works is they agree to watch your presentation. That's the first part of the presentation funnel. So you set up and agree to a follow-up time, and that could be a specific time, or it can be a time based on, remember, you're dealing with busy professionals. We reached out to them, we knocked on their door, we went in cold. So we've got to respect the fact they don't know us, they don't like us, and they don't trust us yet. So we've got to give them a little bit of latitude. We can't give them attitude. You can still be postured without being a jerk. Great. What time would you? I've got a short 18-minute video that explains exactly the who, how, what, and how we work. How soon do you think you'll be able to watch it? So I can put you on my calendar and schedule a follow-up. And they may say, well, I'm not really sure because I'm really busy. I say, cool. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and send you the link, and I'm going to follow up in 24 to 48 hours, answer any questions you have. Cool. Boom. And I send them a link, and I set a follow-up for 24 to 48 hours. Of course, I follow up in 24 to 48 hours. Because now they said they were going to watch it in that time period. I'm now putting the ball in their court and putting the responsibility and holding them accountable to their word that they said they're going to watch it. So when they're sitting down eating their pastrami sandwich at lunch, I'm talking real fast on purpose. They're sitting down eating their pastrami sandwich on lunch on purpose. They can watch the presentation. It's really cool because my presentation tells me when they watched it. So I'll know when they watch it. When I follow up, I can ask them what they like most about what they saw, which is the next part of the presentation, right? So I sent the presentation tool to them. I followed up, like I said, I follow up and move them to the next presentation. I'm going to ask them what they like most about what they saw. And depending on how they answer that question, I may move them to the next event. The next event may be a longer, maybe be a live Zoom presentation, or maybe a team call or something like that, so that I can get all their questions answered, because I want to make sure that they're coming on board with the right expectation. I want to make sure they understand what they're getting involved in. I don't want somebody just to sign up, then tomorrow they quit, because it's just a complete waste of time. And then they get upset because they feel like they got screwed over or something, right? So we want to make sure they're doing that. One of my favorite things is that when somebody's ready to come on board, is I actually bring them into a team training, because I want them to get immersed in the culture so they feel like, yeah, this could be a place, like these people are really cool. They got a lot of stuff going on. I want to be part of this culture, right? So that's my presentation funnel, to get them in front of a lot of information and the people as well. Then, of course, when they're ready to get started, I ask them, are you ready to get started and close? Basically, step number 7 is to close. Close when the prospect is ready to get started, and move through, and of course, the training process. Really quick. Step 1, define your niche product or service. Number 2, identify your target avatar for that product or service. Number 3, identify the locations where your target avatar hangs out. We'll actually talk more about that tomorrow. Reach out to your prospect's target audience. When they're ready to see the information, of course, you begin the presentation funnel. You set and or agree on a time they're going to watch the presentation. You send the presentation to them. You follow up and you move through the presentation process funnel. And of course, you close the prospect when they're ready to get started. And that's it. That's the process you're going to do every single time. Now, there's a little bit more deep into that. Like I said, we're going to identify where your target avatar hangs out. We'll talk about that tomorrow. For those of you, and I love this, for those of you that would like my follow-up tracker, which is going to be part of this whole deal, because you've got to follow up, and not sometimes people don't start like right now, so you need a follow-up tracker, and I use Google Sheets. So if you'd like that, it's all automated. It's got a really cool video on it. It teaches exactly how to do the follow-up. If you'd like that, shoot me a private message. I'll get that to you, because being organized really, really will help you move forward and be a lot more successful, and get all the stinking thinking out of here when you understand the full process of where to put stuff and how to be organized and move your stuff top to bottom, left to right. So I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. If you want the Google Doc spreadsheet, shoot me a private message. I'll get that over to you. I am on a mission to make an extreme impact and be a legacy creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.